Hey guys, Snowflake here. Pixie Hollow's events are some of my favorite things of the game, so I decided to make a video describing all the events Pixie Hollow ever had from January to December. I'll be including some of the Fairy ABC official events as well. I was so excited to do this video for months now, so I'm excited to start. So we're going to begin this video with the first event, Art Month. It was basically the entire month of January, and the tradition began in 2010 and lasted until Pixie Hollow's closing. Every year, art-themed outfits and decorations were added to shops, and it's one of the times of year when new hair options are added. In 2012, the highlight feature was added. There was also a home decorating contest with a free theme every year. New features have also been added for our month, like Pinecone Pop in 2011 and the post office in 2012. The ballroom was open with a free gift in 2010 and 2013, and there was a series of winter quests in 2010. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Bess, Tinkerbell, and the Pixie Pals, who were post-pixies during this event. Art Month 2010 was Bess's only appearance in Pixie Hollow. Sweet Week is a February event that overlapped with the Fairy Friendship Festival in 2009, but in other years, it was the week before the Fairy Friendship Festival. Sweet Week was a minor event that is said to be a Pixie Hollow tradition. If you were to place a certain item sold in shops like the cookie jar in your home or the cookie tray, you get an item. In 2012 and 2013, you get a special Silly Sweet. There would be a sweet themed outfits and decor, and in 2012, there was a special tinkering blueprint that was created by a contest winner. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Dulcie, and this was Dulcie's first and only event to actually visit. The Fairy Friendship Festival took place in February from 2009 to 2013, and its Pixie Hollow equivalent of Valentine's Day. It's a good time for fairies to give friendship gifts to friends. Some meadows are decorated with heart canopy flowers, and there was a quest about making a friendship gift, which is usually a Tinkerbell quest, but it was a Rosetta quest in 2010. Starting in 2011, there was a free accessory in the ballroom, which you could use with the help of other people to earn the event badge. This was the first collaborative badge in Pixie Hollow. Also starting that year, there was an event craft with a bracelet in 2011 and some of my favorite Silly Sweets in 2012 and 2013. Other fun things that occurred during that event was a badge that you earned for making a friend in 2009, a collectible prickly pear plant in 2010, a snowball fight and gift making station in 2011, and animal friend gifts in 2013. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Tinkerbell, Silvermist, Fawn, Rosetta, Tabby, Vidya, Terrance, Periwinkle, and the Pixie Pals. This event had the debut appearance of many famous fairies such as Fawn, Rosetta, Vidya, and Terrance. I like to call the event that occurs in March before spring officially begins the Before Spring event. It was the only spring equinox event in 2009, and it was called the Clover Celebration. There is a hidden clover in Everberry Thicket and a badge for finding it. From 2010 to 2013, the event began with a spring preparation quest with Rosetta. In 2012 and 2013, there is also a ballroom gift and interactive sproutlings in the Spring Valley. Later that month, some disaster hits the Spring Valley, and the effects are seen on the map, which is the only time Pixie Hollow did something like this. There is a quest to help with the disaster. It was an iridescent quest in 2010 and 2013, and it was Rosetta in 2011 and 2012. There was also a ballroom gift during the storm in 2011 and 2013. During the 2011 drought, there is an interactive badge that can be earned with the ballroom gift. And there was a special Silly Sweet in 2012 and 2013 and a special Tinkering Blueprint in 2013. Famous fairies that visited during this event were Rosetta and the Pixie Pals, who were the lucky clovers. Next up is the spring celebration, which began on the spring equinox and it started in 2010. The spring valley was full of rainbows now that the disaster is over, and they were shown on the map. Every year except for 2011, there is a golden clover hunt. There are also ballroom gifts, with the 2011 one being the event badge. In 2011 and 2013, there is an interactive Everblossom. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Rosetta, the Minister of Spring, and the Lucky Clovers. Silly Days was the Pixie Hollow equivalent of April Fool's Day, and it lasted from 2009 to 2013, usually in late March and early April. Only 2012 was mid to late April. In 2009, there is a mysterious box in Palm Tree Cove with silly glasses inside. In 2010, the mermaids pretended to give a gift, but if you fell for their trick, it wasn't a real gift, if you fell for the trick, you get a badge. In 2011, there is a Tinkerbell quest about pranking the mermaids back, and you get a key to Mermaid Grotto once complete. They had another key quest, a Silver Mist quest, in 2012, and in both of those years, Mermaid Grotto is packed with fun giveaways and interactive surprises, and you could work together with other fairies to see a mermaid in 2012. Also in 2011 and 2012, there's a comedy theater where the famous fairies would perform a comedy show at the top of every hour. There's also an interactive Tin of Spring, several of them actually in 2011, and a special Silly Suite in 2012. 2013 Silly Days corresponded with the spring celebration. It didn't have the mermaid stuff because Silly Days and the Mermaid Party became separate events that year, but there's still the comedy theater. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Tinkerbell, Silver Mist, and the Pixie Pals, who are the mermaids and merfairies. And here's a fun fact. Sweet Pea's favorite Pixie Hollow memory is actually Silly Days. The Never Dove Egg Hunt is the Pixie Hollow equivalent of Easter, and it's to honor the Never Doves. The animal towns paint tiny pebbles to look like Never Dove eggs every year and hide them. The main part of the event every year is to find them, and if you find all of them, you get a badge. Starting in 2010, there's a free ballroom gift every year, and there's always a fawn quest. In the first 3 years, the quest was about preparing for the event. Before the event, in 2012 and 2013, it was about a baby hatchling which you could see and interact with in the ballroom. Never Dove eggs were on sale in shops, and in 2011, you could even tinker one. There are bunny-themed pet gifts in 2013, and they even released special spring-colored dyes that year. Fawn also visited during this event many years. The Mermaid Party was held in April, and it was only held in 2013. It was basically the mermaid part of the previous Silly Days events. There is a Silver Mist quest which gives the key to Mermaid Grotto with free item, and Mermaid Grotto has the free items and interactive surprises. There is even a free Silly Suite in the ballroom, a special Silly Suite at Dulcie's, and a badge for seeing a mermaid in the grotto. The theater was even turned into an underwater play area. Silver Mist, Sweet Pea, and the Pixie Pals visited during this event. Nature Days is a Pixie Hollow equivalent of Earth Day, and it's about keeping Earth green. It was held mostly in April, but it was sometimes in May. There was sometimes a special mainland quest for the event. In 2010, there was a Tinkerbell quest and a beach cleanup. And in 2012, there was a special ballroom gift and art contest. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Tink and Kit. Animal Mother's Day is the Pixie Hollow equivalent of Mother's Day, and it's to honor animal mothers. The event takes place in May, usually in the early year part. It began in 2010 as a week-long event with a fawn quest, a badge for playing party games, and Beck even visited some parties. The event became longer in 2011, even though the name changed from Animal Mother's Week to Animal Mother's Day. While the animal mothers went out on a holiday, we fairies got to take care of the baby animals. A kitten was added in 2012. There's a ballroom gift and quest every year. The quest is usually a fawn quest, but it was a Rosetta quest in 2013. There were pet feeding stations in 2011, special pet outfits in 2012, and special silly sweets in 2013. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Beck, Fawn, and the Pixie Pals, who are known as the Critter Sitters. The Critter Sitters sometimes brought pets with them during this event. Great Games Day took place in May 2009 and July 2010 during Camp Pixie Dust, and it's said to be one of Pixie Hallow's biggest and most celebrated events, even though it never returned. It's about playing talent games and helping with the season changing. Every year there is a Tinkerbell quest about playing games, and the meadows with games were decorated with banners. And there were special talent uniforms. During the weekends of this event, there was a game competition where the highest scoring fairies would earn an honors badge. In 2009, it was the top scorers for each talent of each game, but in 2010, it was the top 10 scorers of each game. In 2009, new hairstyles were released for the event. Famous fairies that visited during this event include the Fab Five and Slate. The games are Slate's debut appearance and favorite memory, and the event was mentioned in the Realm of the Never Fairies book way before Pixie Hollow opened. Formally Spring is a very minor event that occurred in late May 2009. Fairies were encouraged to throw formal dance parties in their homes. Formal outfits and dance party decor were sold, and Marina visited some parties. The Garden Tea Party was held from 2009 to 2013 and is hosted by the Garden Towns every year to celebrate summer. It was in July in 2009, but in other years, it was in June right before the solstice. In 2011, it ran a little bit after the solstice. In 2009 and 2010, there's a pre-event quest by Rosetta, and there are tea tables in Dewdrop Vale, Sunflower Gully, and Palm Tree Cove. And Palm Tree Cove was added to the list in 2010. And also in 2010, the tea tables were interactive like in the tea room, and there was interactive punch. Starting in 2011, the Suburb Glade and Tea Room were decorated for the party. 3 hats are required to earn the badges. In 2011, the hats were earned from 3 Rosetta quests, but in other years, they were sold along with the tea party outfits. There's usually a Rosetta quest during the event, with the exception of 2013, which had a fawn quest. And every year except for 2011, there's a ballroom gift. In 2011 to 2013, there was a special tea scone recipe. A theater kitchen was added in 2012. 2013's party was Wonderland themed, so it had a White Rabbit quest and Eat Me and Drink Me food that are basically silly sweets. Famous fairies that visited during this event include Tink, Rosetta, the Minister of Summer, and the Pixie Pals, who are called patrons, brewers, and servers. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a part 2 video because if I had all the events in one video like I was originally planning, this video would be way too long and you just get bored. So hopefully part 2 will come out within the next 2 weeks. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully it will. But thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more Pixie Hollow events.